In California, do you think you can actually get arrested for something innocuous, just like maybe eating a sandwich? Yes. Yes, you can. Because you're in California. We're going to take a look at a case where a guy actually didn't quite get arrested, but he was well on his way before something happened behind the scenes. We'll talk about it. Let's check it out. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Law-Splaining the Interwebs. I'm your host, Nick Rekieta of Rekieta Law, a small law firm in central Minnesota. I just had to come at you with this story today that I ran across online. This is a story of a man who almost gets arrested for the very unlawful act of eating a sandwich in California. There are a little bit of specifics, but it goes to the lunacy of just how far government goes to make sure our life has the quality that it deserves. So let's first take a look at this. This is the interaction between a guy named Mr. Foster. He's a gentleman in the blue hat, blue shoes, and hoodie with the very, very weird looking bag or whatever. And Officer McCormick, who you can see pictured right down below me here in all of his glory. So there is some language or whatever between these two, but I think we can understand why. And I'm gonna do my best and let the video tell the story, but we'll see.
You are detained and you're not free to go.
That's part of that. Bro, you come up here and fuck with me. You single me out out of all these people.
You're eating.
Bro, so what?
It's against the law.
So what?
Okay, just a second. I'm not gonna do this the whole time, but you singled me out and came up with all these people. You're eating. So what? So what, he says. Because so what? So what? I'm having a sandwich. I'm eating my breakfast. We'll get into why this is actually against the law in California and what the law actually says in just a minute. But it's too good.
I tried
It'll
to
be done
explain
before I
that
get on
to
board.
you.
Let my shit
It's
go,
a
bro.
violation of California law.
Bro, can you
I have the
let my
right to
backpack-
detain you.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Can you please let my backpack go?
Are you going to cooperate?
Yeah,
So you cooperate and leave me the fuck
You're
alone?
going to go into jail.
I'm not going to jail for eating a fucking sandwich.
No, for resisting arrest.
I'm not resisting.
This is how it
arrest.
happens,
I
by the
haven't done
way.
anything wrong. I haven't done nothing wrong. I've done nothing wrong.
That tooth gap is wrong.
Let my bag go.
Just let.
Let my bag go, bro. What are you, bro? What is this nigga doing,
Yeah,
bro?
we got
Let
a
my
guy eating
bag
on the
go.
platform.
I don't approve of that word.
Bro, bring him up here then.
Stop.
I'm
Just
not
stop.
doing nothing. I'm gonna
Just
continue my
stop.
sandwich, bro. I do this shit every fucking morning. Every morning, bro. Let my bag go.
I will say the
Yeah, why is
narrator
there a
of this
store
video gets
downstairs
really
selling
annoying.
food if we're not allowed to eat up here?
Why is there a store downstairs?
And does it not say on? There's no signs here that mark that we can't eat on the platform. Where is there a sign up here that says we can't eat on the platform?
Doesn't
Where is
matter
there
if there's a
up
sign.
here- Where is there a sign up here,
that says
sir?
I can't eat
Excuse
up
me.
here?
Where is a sign up here that says that we can't eat on the platform? We
Where?
know that we can't eat on the train.
People come up here and eat every
But where?
fucking day,
Where is
drinking
there a sign
coffee and
that
all that
says that?
shit. Let my bag go, bro.
Is there a chance
You ain't
could
got
allow
no,
me to
bro.
talk?
You ain't got no, bro. You ain't got
Let
no
him
reasonable
talk.
cause
Let
to
him
fuck with
Is
me,
there a chance you could allow me to talk?
bro. Let go of my bag.
You are detained and you're not free to
Stop.
go.
I'm not
Okay,
detained.
you're
I
going to
haven't
end
done
up going to
nothing wrong.
jail.
I've done nothing wrong.
You are detained.
Stop.
Single
Stop.
me out.
You're
For
under
what?
oath to go into
For
jail,
what?
man.
Detained for
Stop.
what?
For eating.
Don't.
It's
Stop.
illegal. Fucking
Stop.
violation of
Stop.
California law.
Stop.
I've already said that.
I do this shit every morning, bro. Watch out.
Just trying to go to
Come up
work.
here every
Just
fucking
trying to
morning,
go to work, eating a
drinking coffee,
sandwich
bro. You come and
at
smoke
8
me
o'clock
out.
in the morning.
Bro, let my
Do
bag
you want to
go.
cooperate or not?
I've been standing here. I ain't went no fucking
He doesn't
where.
want to
Let my shit
cooperate.
go.
I asked you
Pretty
for
clear.
your
No,
ID.
You got no right.
I asked you for ID.
You don't need my ID.
I do.
I've done nothing wrong.
Dude.
I'm not your fucking dude.
Where I don't know. I don't
To be
know,
fair,
I
you've
don't
called
know
him
where we
dude and
can't eat
bruh
on the
like 100
platform.
times,
You're
but
not free to go. I've
I'm
already
not
explained
detained,
that.
bro.
okay, so that's the gist, right? This is what happens. Long story short, they're on the transit station platform waiting for the next, I don't know if this is a monorail or I assume it's like some sort of light rail type system. And he's waiting for the train or whatever to ride into work or wherever he's going to go. Doesn't even have to go to work. He could be going to the hentai store. Doesn't matter. What does matter is this. This is the law. This is the California Penal Code, Part 1, Title 15, Chapter 2, Section 640A1. Any of the acts described in paragraphs 1 to 6, inclusive of subdivision B, is an infraction punishable by a fine not to exceed $250 and by community service for a time not to exceed 48 hours over a period not to exceed 30 days. Now, I don't know how they actually enforce this, but the way the law is written is it's punishable by a fine of $250 and community service. So the way it's written, you get both automatically. Now, it may be, a $10 fine and an hour of community service. I'm sure. But you're actually assigned both community service and a fine for the infractions listed below. Now, let's look at the infractions. Paragraph B, Section 1, eating or drinking in or on a system facility or vehicle in areas where those activities are prohibited by that system. There you go. That's it. That's the law. It's violated. If they prohibit the eating on the platform, then you can't eat on the platform. If they prohibit the eating on the train, you can't eat on the train or drink, by the way. So if you have a coffee, a soda, anything, you're technically in violation of the law. You're violating a law. You're a criminal now in California, and you could be forced to pay $250 or serve up to 48 hours of community service time. Let's look. I found another one that's kind of funny here, but subsection 4 is expectorating upon a system, facility, or vehicle. If you just spit on the platform, done. Who cares if it's outside and the spit will go away? You're gone. That's $250, 48 hours of community service. If you spit onto a light rail train or whatever, or any of the systems involved here, if you spit onto them, even if you're not on the platform, same thing. And expectorating technically covers coughing as well. So if you try to give it a cold or some other communicable infection, yeah, you deserve your fine. How dare you try and get the train sick? That train's got to work. That train's got to work. But this is what happens. These are the interactions that I talk about where we have a needless encounter with a police officer and a civilian going on because you can't eat on the platform. I mean, I kind of get there could be a rule of no eating in the train because of the smells and the closed spaces, but you're next to a bunch of smelly people anyway, so a nasty Burger King sandwich probably smells even better than the person standing next to you. But it doesn't matter. I can kind of understand that. Having it for outside on the platform waiting, where I assume they have garbage cans and stuff like that. This is not, to be very clear, this is not don't litter on the platform or don't drop a wrapper on the ground or don't throw a sandwich on the train track or something. This is the actual act of eating or drinking. That's it. It's the act of eating, not even having the sandwich. Like you can wave a sandwich around, you rub a sandwich on your face. You can't eat the sandwich. That's what California doesn't want you to do, is actually ingest the food or beverage that you have with you. So, so that's where we are. That's where we are. But notice what happens. So this is only punishable by a fine, by community service. I mean, who cares, right? It's just a fine or community service. Except you see what happens. This is a ridiculous situation. A ridiculous situation which an officer has an interaction. That interaction doesn't go the way the officer wants. Rather than cite him, why has he got his bag, right? He wants to search that bag. What's he going to find in the bag? More food, more evidence, a search incident to arrest, which is probably what he's attempting to do here. A search incident to arrest is only really effective if you're going to claim that you have probable cause to believe that you will find evidence of the infraction or of the alleged crime. So in this case, I guess he's going to look into his backpack to see if he's eating more sandwiches. That's the excuse. But what's going on? He wants to search the backpack. He wants to check it out. the guy's actually kind of right. You don't have a right to the bag at this point. I don't know what probable cause this officer is going to raise to suggest that he needs to look through that bag for the purpose of issuing a citation for an infraction where the evidence is literally right in front of his face, right? He has no reason to believe he's going to find evidence of the eating of a sandwich crime in the bag when that eating of a sandwich crime is taking place right in front of him. But because of this, now the guy is resisting arrest or resisting a quote lawful order by the officer, something like that. And now that's when you're in danger of actually going to jail over a petty misdemeanor. A civil infraction like a fine or something like that turns into jail time because it's stupid enough that the citizen feels oppressed by their government. And the only thing I have to say to Mr. Foster is, bruh, get out of California. That's bruh, that's what you got to do, buddy. You can't be in Californistan and expect to be able to eat on Subway, comrade. It's not okay. This is the problem that this guy's got. Anyway, I thought you guys might find that funny. Oh, do you want to know why Officer McCormick there was actually on the platform in the first place? He got a call about an intoxicated person that was wandering around on the platform, and he was there to investigate that call. Of course, when he got there, the intoxicated person was nowhere to be found. So instead, he finds the guy with a sandwich and decides he's going to write him a ticket. He's going to write him a ticket for a sandwich. So there you go, guys. I hope you found this just mildly entertaining and interesting. If you did, go ahead and like the video, comment on the video, drop me a comment on what is the stupidest law you've ever heard of, or anything like that. That would be lovely. Share this around. Spread a little joy at the expense, I guess, of Mr. Foster. Because, oh, the ultimate outcome. Mr. Foster did get a citation of a ticket with up to $250 fine and 48 hours of community service. He'll have to go argue in front of a judge. He did not end up getting arrested in the sense where he would have to go to jail. I mean, he was arrested. He was detained by the officer. He was brought into a room for questioning. All of that stuff happened, that part of the arrest. But the arrest that we think of as traditionally being brought to jail overnight or something like that, that apparently did not occur. What did occur was the citation. So he'll have to go in front of a judge, just like if you got a speeding ticket or something else, and try and say, I don't need a ticket. I was just eating a sandwich. People eat sandwiches and drink coffee and everything every day, thousands of them. And the judge will say, just because everybody's breaking the law doesn't mean you can, bruh. Because that's true. So there you go, guys. In California, eat at your own risk. You may not see the sign, but if it's prohibited in one of those BART areas, you're done. You're done. Get ticketed, buddy. Get ticketed. Anyway, hope you guys have a good day. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.